Hello, 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel, and today we're going to take a look at a 22 conversion kit for your AR platform rifle. Now, there are plenty of commercial versions out there, and in this day and age, right now 5.56, 2.23 is getting hard to find, and when you do find it, it's expensive. It's out there, but you're paying a premium price for it. But you want to go out, plank, practice, maybe teach somebody to shoot with the AR-15. So we're going to take a look at a 22 conversion kit so you can shoot the more economical, quote unquote, at this time, 22. Maybe you've got a stockpile of this, or you have a source that's still selling this at standard pricing, which I do at the moment, but who knows how long that's going to last. So we can take this rifle out, shoot it with a 22. Now, you've got kits out there like CMMG and a couple other ones out there, some commercial kits. Very good kits, but this is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel, and we don't use the standard stuff. We got to do something a little bit more historical and unique, shall I say. So today what we've got here is a standard issue 22 conversion kit for the AR platform rifle that the U.S. government used to use. This is a military surplus 22 conversion kit. TM 9-6920 363-12 and P. Conversion kit 22 for the M261 rifle, also 5.56, M16, M16A1, etc., etc., etc. March 1978 is when the manual is dated, so this is probably dates the same period, but you've got 4 magazine inserts that you can put in your magazines. Now these are only 10 round inserts. You've got your bolt carrier group here that you swap out, pull your pin, tilt it up, pull your old one out, put this one in place. Interesting as these kits, you basically stick them down in there, get it over here, woo! And if you're not careful, they go flying. Again, let's try this again. Let's do this the right way so it doesn't go flying this time. But you got a little slot here. This little hook goes into. Stick it in the magazine, get it tilted up, and slide it home, and you've got your conversion to 22. But let's go out to the range, let's try this conversion, and come back and we'll talk about what I think of it. Well, there you go. Wasn't as reliable as I had hoped it would be. It is military surplus. I think most of its problem are something within these mags. Now, these are the standard steel AR mags. Maybe if I go out and get some actual military surplus mags, this might work a little better. As you can see from the video, usually the first 3-4 shots were hanging up on it. I was having some issues. These are supposed to also be a 10 round mag. One of them would only hold 9. But once I got through those initial 2 or 3 malfunctions, it ran fine. So I think it has something to do with the magazine here, how it's tilted in that magazine. If it's in there correctly, it takes a couple cycles to get it to go. But you know, a little bit annoying when you're wanting to put a little bit more rounds down range, and you got to fiddle with it for the first 2 or 3 before you get 4 to 6 good rounds going down range. But it's a great little plinking adapter. It worked fine. It didn't fall apart or anything. Maybe could use a little bit more grease, but like I said, once I got it running, it ran fine once these were inserted and feeding properly. But a very unique piece of history. I mean, this is military history, so I'm not going to ding it for that. Maybe you can take this out, use it as a squirrel rifle, or a little hunting rifle for rabbit and squirrel and whatnot. But as for reliability, combat reliability or anything like that, I would not recommend this. It's just nice and fun, a nice piece of history, something that our soldiers were looking at or using to learn how to run the AR. Military surplus, military spec. For a civilian, a lot of times, oh, it's military spec. Look at this. It's military spec. It's military spec. Oh my God. For a real soldier out there that's used some of this stuff that's military spec, they're more scared of it than they are. The CMMG ones use their own proprietary magazine to work. I've seen those out there. They work really well. So if you're looking for a commercial one, some of the new commercial ones work very well. But this is just kind of an interesting piece of history. Conversion for the 22. Nice little range plinker. But if you're looking for this to load this up and use it in your house, combat accuracy or combat with this, no. The other thing you have to remember is that the barrel on the AR for the 223 is 1/1000th larger than the 22. So your accuracy is not going to be necessarily the greatest also. But this is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa Channel. I thought we'd take out a piece of history, something kind of unique again. Show you how it worked. It didn't work out very well for me. Once I got down to about 4 or 5 rounds, it was working good. But, those first initial shots, getting this seated into that magazine correctly, because every time you load it, you kind of move this thing around. So even if you get it seated where you like it, every time you load it, it's going to move around and you're going to have to fiddle with it to get it to load. 45 Alpha Charlie Papa Channel, thanks for watching, and I am out.